The beautiful thing for me getting into this profession is the ability to work and to get to know patients, establish that rapport, that relationship.
Coming into Lattimore on a daily basis is
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
There he goes for Sean Baker. One man to beat. Collier can't get him. Baker gives Victor the lead. The box. Headed by McQuaid, and in they score! The Braves get it back. Quick shot, and a score for San Diego. Wide open for Ozzie. He gets it. Touchdown, McQuaid. Punch, power punch. Out of the shot, and a goal! Dribble handoff to Shatters. What do you think? Bang, Braves have it. Let's see, they shoot it, score!
It is a beautiful, chilly fall evening, beautiful for playoff football. We got a sectional final matchup of talented rival schools here as the number 2 Batavia Blue Devils take on the number 1 Honey Falls Lima Cougars for the Class B championship here in Section 5. From the booth overlooking Ordway Field in Pittsford, New York, I am Bill Smith. With me, the coach, Dave Marine. Good evening, Coach. If there is a feel for football, man, it feels like football right now.
Yeah, Bill, it definitely does. Excited to be working with you tonight. It should be an outstanding game, but the weather dictates exactly where it should be right now.
There's a chill in the air, but this is fantastic football weather. And it's fantastic weather for a pair of rivals. These teams met in last year's sectional final. I'm going to put year in quotes. This game was actually played back in May. We had a spring season a year ago, thanks to all the happenings in the world. It was played just a few short months ago with HFL winning that championship. Then both teams ran out to 5-0 starts this year and met in one of the best high school football games in Section 5 to date in Section 5 this year. HFL winning that one 27-26. Now, unbeaten HFL plays Batavia, unblemished except for that one loss, and it was by 1 point. Coach, one single point separates these teams this year. They met in the final a year ago. The last 4 Class B finals have had at least one of these teams. These are heated rivals. This is a big, big game.
It really is, and HFL kind of has Batavia's number right now. They're 3-0. They've won 21 of the last 22 games. But at the same point, Batavia has won 5 sectional championships in the last within the last 8 years. So it should be a wild one. It'll be interesting to see if it comes down to the last team that's got the ball in their hands.
You see the numbers on the screen here, kind of giving a little tail of the tape for this season to date. Both of these teams high scoring. Batavia 40 points a game. Coach, HFL is 9-0. Batavia is 9-1. Both of these teams really only played 2 close games all year. Batavia, after losing to HFL a few weeks ago, fought to a 4-point win over Clymer the following week. And 2 weeks before that 1-point win over Batavia, HFL narrowly defeated the Wayne Eagles, who I think you're familiar with, by a single point. Other than that, these teams have had a lot of lopsided games. Does that play a role here? Am I overemphasizing that? Or clearly they're focused. How does that play into a team that clearly is at their level when they've won so many games by a lot?
Yeah, I think, the biggest thing is, who has played the toughest competition, and really they've played mirror images. Some Class B schools didn't play anybody at all. Like, we didn't play Batavia until the sectionals, where we played every other Class B. So the fact that they've played each other already, I think bode wells in some ways for Batavia, because it's tough to beat a team twice in the same season.
Coach Russ for Honeoye Falls Lima. HFL has said some very, very kind things about Batavia. Batavia's Coach Briggs has said some very kind things about HFL. These are 2 teams that know each other very well. 2 teams that, frankly, as far as a rivalry goes, want to beat each other. I think that's going to help fire up these kids, but both coaches said these teams are just excited to be in a title game.
Yeah, it should be an exciting one. I know Batavia was more focused. The players are focused on the revenge rather than just winning last time. So I think they're both focused on it right now, just being 1-0 after tonight.
Carbonell puts a foot into one. That's lobbed up into the air. Fair catch here called on the opening kickoff. Batavia will take over at the 31-yard line. Appeared to be Carter McFarland pulling that one in to get things started. And the Batavia offense will come out here led by senior quarterback Jesse Reinhardt. He will have an assortment of weapons around him. This is a Batavia team that has a lot of athletes.
They really do, and Reinhardt, unfortunately he didn't have to really use his arm at all last week, but, they have a 2-headed monster back there in the backfield with Anderson and McCollum, and they didn't have that strong of a running game as much as they are now. They still had a strong running game when they played each other, but they're a lot stronger now, and this will tell the tape if they can stop the run. That's going to be important for HFL early.
Reinhardt takes a shotgun snap and gives inside to Anderson. Anderson meets a pile of guys right at the 30-yard line, taken down. 2nd and 10 will come up here for the Blue Devils.
You're going to see a lot, Bill, of Batavia pulling a lot of their guards and tackles. They run a counter tray various ways, with the fullback, with the tailback, with the quarterback. They'll do it with the H-back pulling rather than tackle. Early on, Coach Briggs will try to set them up and see what they're showing, where they're putting their 3-tech, and try to attack them.
Garrett Schmidt will snap the ball in. Under center is Reinhardt. Gives to Anderson. Anderson plugs through, gets about 2 yards, maybe 3. So bring up a 3rd and long.
Great fill. It looks like HFL has decided they're going two double 3-techs. Force that counter to pull more inside. Now the challenge of that is it does put the linebacker one-on-one with the center, and he filled well on that one.
Vincent Arroyo splits wide, far from our position. Javen McFarland's closer to us here. Reinhardt in the shotgun. He'll take the 3rd down snap, puts his man in motion. Reinhardt's going to go himself up the middle. He's got a lot of room, breaks a tackle. Gets taken down, perhaps down at the 34-yard line. A big run for the big senior quarterback, Reinhardt.
Yeah, with him back there, he can't just throw the ball. He's big, tough, strong, and he's explosive. And they use the eye candy of the jet motion, and they flowed with him a little bit, and he saw a crease, and he was off to the races.
31-yard run. Reinhardt gets his team out into enemy territory.
And Reinhardt's had over 1,200 yards passing, and 20 touchdowns throwing, but he's also had 4 rushing, and that proved to it on that play that he can run the ball well.
That was a heck of a play call right there. Reinhardt, shotgun snap. He's got Anderson with him in the backfield. Pitch, gives it. Little misdirection on that play. Anderson will go right and get taken down.
Now it looks like Coach Briggs and his coaches up top saw something. They're going to use that jet motion, a little bit of eye candy, and see how the linebackers flow over. And eventually you're going to see they're going to give it to that slot coming in motion.
Second and 7 to the line quickly, the Blue Devils. Reinhardt the pitch. Running left, trying to get on the outside as Anderson can't quite, gets taken down. Can't quite get to the first down mark. Clock keeps going.
That was a great job stringing it out there, Bill. I mean, they came out of that huddle quickly, tried to catch them sleeping. A bunch set off the side, string it out.
Aiden Gould in on the tackle. Killenbeck got there at the end. This is going to bring up a third, and they did give them the spot. My correction there. First down, Batavia. Batavia driving here in the early goings of the first quarter here in the Class B title game. Arroyo lined up far from here once again. Once again, McFarland's closer to us. Anderson in the backfield.
You're going to see a run probably to the right. Yep, there's that pull.
Carter McFarland's in motion, but the give is inside to Anderson. Anderson cutting through. Gets all the way out to the 10-yard line. Gain of 15 on that play. First down, Batavia.
They'd like Bill to run that counter tray to the trip side. It's a tight trips where there's a tight end. It gives them an extra lineman that side. Now you pull 2 more over there. Now you have a 5-on-3 going that way. Throw the jet motion in there to freeze that linebacker, and it's going to be tough to defend it. And I think they're going to try to adjust some things. HFL
is called timeout as Batavia's driving. We're going to take a quick break here from Pittsford. You got the Class B final with you. Stay with us. Come back here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Coming into Lattimore on a daily basis is the highlight of my day. You know, we'll have patients coming in. As soon as they hit the physical therapist, we introduce ourselves, and you know, we bring them back, and you see a whole bunch of patients who are in pain.
Back at Ordway Field here in Pittsford, New York, site of the Class B football championship game. You've got HFL and Batavia here. Batavia driving just a couple of short minutes here into this first quarter. I'm Bill Smith with Dave Marine calling the action here from the booth. Batavia first and 10. They will have just enough room to get a first down here as the ball will be at around the 10-yard line. Senior quarterback Jesse Reinhardt in the backfield. He's got his running back right there, Anderson. Reinhardt's going to take himself again, plugs away inside, gets about a yard.
It looked like Coach Russ decided for HFL to take a timeout. He didn't like how his defense was giving up 5-6 yards at a clip. Talked to him, made some adjustments. A little quarterback power there on that play, and they filled well.
Geary was there.
Gain of about 3, he'll bring up second down and 7.
As Reinhardt hit the line of scrimmage, just past it.
Here comes the tight trips to the right. You'll probably see a counter. Oh, they're going to trade the tight end. They're going to see how they respond. So look at the counter going to the right.
Reinhardt takes the snap. Give is inside to Anderson. Anderson trying to push through on the right side. Does bull his way out for a few yards. Gain of maybe 4. Looks like it's going to bring up 3rd and 4 or close to 5 maybe.
That was a good adjustment by HFL. They traded tight end. They kicked their D line down a little bit. They did the pull to the right. It was interesting, though. They didn't just pull the guard and tackle on there. They pulled the tight end as well. So that was new to them.
We got an illegal procedure on Batavia, either an illegal motion or a false start here. It's going to bring that last play back.
Yeah, so probably what happened on that, Bill, is the tight end traded. After he traded, he has to get set for a full second. Chances are he wasn't set for a full second.
So that'll bring the last play backwards here. We're going to have what looks to be a 2nd and long here for Batavia.
This is where Batavia likes to ride the running back in, put Reinhardt on the edge, gives them the option to run it or throw it as a short bubble.
2nd and 12. Reinhardt takes the snap, looking left. Now flush to his right, still pointing, still giving directions. Runs into a man and gets taken down.
Great coverage sack downfield. Great coverage.
Late flag does come in after the play. Great defensive effort there by Mitchell Bulling, the defensive tackle. Here's another look at it. Penalty against HFL is going to have an impact here, but that was a great coverage sack, as Coach put it here. Bulling in there. You see Riley Kester looking over things as that play happened.
I believe that's just going to be a 5-yard penalty, so it's not an automatic first down. But I don't know if they consider it after the play or during the play, so they may replay the down here.
5-yard variety, says the overhead voice here in the stadium.
Great coverage there, Bill, on that. And it was a great job by the defensive line containing. They had been coached all week, Coach Quinter and their D-line coaches, to not get upfield too much when he's in the pass and contain him. And it allowed him to get sacked, unfortunately. A face mask as it happened.
Reinhardt under center here on second down. Give it to Anderson. Anderson trying to go right, gets through. Bounces off one man, then gets taken down by a couple of different defenders there. Here's another peek at it as Anderson gets taken down. This will bring up 3rd and about 8.
They're doing a good job stuffing that counter. They're gonna keep the ball in Reinhardt's hand here. I gotta imagine on the far field and a hash. Look for them to possibly come this way to the field side.
Batavia spreads the field out, but Reinhardt under center. Man in motion. Reinhardt takes a snap, but takes it himself, as you said. Here's a pass to McFarland's on the outside. He goes in for the touchdown, but the flag will dictate what happens here.
Pass complete to Jevin McFarland for a Batavia touchdown, but there is a flag on the play.
Not set, maybe?
This is an illegal shift against the offense. So that will bring the McFarland's touchdown back.
So it looks like the flag comes from this side, so I imagine the far outside receiver was still trying to get set while the other receiver was coming in motion. So now you got 2 guys in motion, which is okay if they get set for a second before the snap, but obviously that didn't happen.
Carter McFarland's gave a little questioning gesture. I wonder if I don't know if he was the guilty party, but he was certainly asking what had happened there.
Well, interesting, Bill. 2 big penalties that changed the outcome.
Englert and Kester will anchor that defensive line. Reinhardt back to pass, rolling right, fires over the middle, ball short of his target. He was looking for McFarland's.
And I tell you, it was a great coverage out of the backfield, covering Anderson on a wheel route, because that's where Reinhardt looks like he's looking first, and then right down the middle to hit try to hit him down the seam.
Now 4th and 12 here from around the 13, 14-yard line. It doesn't look like they're bringing in the kicking team. Looks like Batavia's going to go for it here.
Going to definitely put Reinhardt the ball in his hands. Look for that delay, that tight end. Number 25, 24 going down the seam.
Reinhardt back to pass. Rolling to his right, steps through the pocket, trying to battle his way to the goal line. Gets taken down around the 5. Turnover on downs. Batavia will take over at their own 5-yard line.
That's a big-time stop.
Mitchell Bulling in on the tackle. Here's another look at it. Reinhardt, 2-step drop, 3 steps, then tries to go forward. He has a little room, but right there you see a lot of black shirts.
Great job by the outside linebackers widening out to help on the wheel route and then keeping their eyes in the backfield on the quarterback. That's tough to do at the high school level. Linebackers see pass, they drop and open up and never always put their eyes back to the backfield. They did a good job.
Linebacker Zach Meacham was in on that tackle as well. Now the senior quarterback for Honeoye Falls, Brody Young. He stats up in the shotgun for his first action of the day. Give inside handoff going left. The give was to their feature back, Zach Meacham. Meacham gets a couple yards.
Great year, Bill, he's had this year. Over 1,000 yards rushing, 10 rushing touchdowns, 2 receiving TDs. You'll see them in shotgun almost 100% of the time. He'll be in the back and pistol and shift them over once he recognizes where they're aligned.
Young in the shotgun, giving instructions to his running back here to his right, takes the snap. Give inside once again, trying to turn right this time. Can't get around the outside is Meacham. Tackle inside. Right around the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much there. It's going to bring up 3rd and long.
That's their trap where they're going to just pull the tackle. Again, they'll shift the running back Meacham off to one side. They're trying to figure out where the 3 tech is and run the trap off that. This will be interesting to see how they defend the pass here because they throw the ball very well.
Arroyo was in on that last tackle. Young takes a snap, looking to throw, turns to his left, overthrows his intended target. That's going to bring up 4th and long from deep in their territory.
You know it's overthrown high when it's overthrown their 6'5 receiver, 88 Smith. He's a big-time player. They're going to look to go to him. He made some big-time catches against Batavia early in the season.
Xavier Carbonell will line up to punt this ball away. Punt is away. Good kick out toward midfield. Taken here by Arroyo. Arroyo trying to push his way forward. Gets taken down. In on the tackle is Carson Joint. Here you see another look at it. Picks it up around the 45-yard line.
27-yard line.
About 18 yards on that return.
Great field position for Batavia. A little bit different there. 3 plays and out. Spend about maybe less than 2 minutes with the ball, and Batavia had the ball for almost 7 minutes on their first drive.
Hayden Meehan was in on that tackle as well. No score here. 4 minutes to play in the first quarter here in the Class B sectional final here in football here in Section 5, Batavia and HFL. Thank you, everybody out there watching along with us here on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Handoff is inside once again. Appears to be Anderson. Gets back to about the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
They defended that well, and I think you'll see later off that bill that they'll ride Anderson in and do a an option read where he'll have the option for Reinhardt to keep it or throw the bubble.
Reinhardt now with 2 backs there with him. Looks to give to Anderson. Now the pitch to his left. Coming on the outside, here's McFarland. He gets shoved out of bounds around the 15-yard line. Looks to be enough for a first down. Carter McFarland's on that pitch and run.
Tough to defend, so the play side D end here has got to respect the run away, so he's got to sit. But the problem is when you sit, now you can't attack the quarterback, run his option. So definitely puts the defense in a really tough position to defend that, and it becomes assignment football at that point.
Aiden Gould was in there to help shove him out of bounds. First down for Batavia at the 15-yard line. Reinhardt in the backfield. He's got Anderson. Reinhardt fakes the handoff and then throws over the top. Here's McFarland trying to get to the goal line. Doesn't quite get there. But Batavia will have a 1st and goal very close.
What a play here. You're going to see 2 guard and tackle pull their CT. It freezes the linebacker that's responsible to cover in that pass and that hook to curl.
Carter McFarland couldn't quite get there. JT Killenbeck, dynamite defensive back for Honeywell Falls Lima, was in on the tackle. So very quickly a penalty will back Batavia up 5 yards.
I like the idea with Coach Briggs doing a quick no huddle. They haven't really done that. But I like it, especially after a big play like that.
Coming to the line quick once again. Reinhardt gets his team set. Now the pitch left, looking to get around the outside, heading to the goal line, and in for the touchdown is Anderson. Touchdown, Batavia.
Tough to defend that quick out of the huddle. Go to a bunch set here. They're going to block down on the play side. You're going to pull that tackle, pull the wing and the receiver. Outman them to the point of attack.
Anderson, the lead back for this Batavia Blue Devil team all season, finds pay dirt. And pending this extra point, they take the lead here. Julia Petrie on for the extra point. Ball down, boot in, ball on the way, and it's good. Petrie's extra point makes this game 7-0. Devils get on the board first.
Yeah, and a little side note, be interested to know if that's the first female kicker in a sectional final game to make an extra point. She's done a great job for them all year long. Very, very impressive for her. But I tell you, if I'm not mistaken, this play here was the same one they scored on earlier with the illegal shift motion. They're going to have to make some adjustments against that bunch alignment, but tough to do when they come out of the huddle quickly.
Aiden Anderson has been the lead back for this team all season. They got a two-headed monster that Coach talked about before with McClintock, but Anderson leads his team in rush yards and touchdowns, 12 rushing TDs in the year. That's his 13th. He was the player of the week way back in week 1, but here in the sectional final, he gets his team on the board. Batavia leads 7-0 here in the first quarter of your sectional final.
Yeah, Bill, you're right. The two-headed monster, Anderson's averaging 8 yards a carry, and McClintock is averaging 11 yards to carry. Pretty impressive when you got those two, and then the threat of Reinhardt.
Kickoff on the way. Downfield, picked up around the 24-yard line, then shoved out of bounds. Appeared to be Young himself taking that kick.
Well, now we'll see how HFL answers. No need to panic. Just, they have a script. I'm sure they're going to go right back when it's only one score. I can't imagine 7 points are going to be the only score we see today.
Geary, Kirby, Joint, Bulling, and Meehan will anchor that line for HFL. Young in the shotgun, running back to his right. Give inside, then met right at the line of scrimmage. Good tackle in there by Danny Seva. This will bring up 2nd and long.
Batavia is playing a 4-4 cover 1 right now. So if they get by that second level, Meacham is tough to bring down.
No gain on the play, with 2nd down and 10.
Here's Young in the backfield. Young drops back to pass, looks right, fires, finds his man. Trying to break a tackle, but couldn't quite escape. Vincent Arroyo came in there at the end.
Nice
That was
curl.
the big, tall receiver, Nolan Smith. All 6'5" or 6'6" of him.
A 3-yard completion brings up 3rd down and 7.
Nice little curl. They're going to try to soften them up a little bit. It gets them into a manageable 3rd down.
Coach, you mentioned Nolan Smith before as a dangerous target. He's a big, tall kid, but he's a good route runner and good hands.
Yes. Now this tight formation, they're going to mesh route. They're going to cross all across the middle. How will they respond with it?
Under pressure, firing over the middle into traffic, broken up. Carter McFarland smacking the ground in frustration. There were a lot of bodies there, but he made a heck of a play to defend that pass.
That was a great job coming up for free safety. That mesh route, you've got double routes crossing. It's all about communicating. They were in man, and they covered it very well, and McFarland came up and blew it up. He's been a ball hawk all year.
Carbonell here to punt on 4th down. Big, high kick. Here's Arroyo. He fields it, but gets taken right. No, he escapes. Arroyo now trying to get around the outside, dragged down, still fighting. Battling for the few yards that he got.
Impressive, tough, hard run.
He shed a couple of tackles in there. Here, he'll take another look at it. He earns all 5 of these yards. Breaks a tackle right there. Finds his way to the 41-yard line. That's where Batavia will set up here with a 7-0 lead with about 90 seconds left to play here in the first quarter.
That's great coverage on that. Just he didn't quit. Great hard run.
Reinhardt will work under center.
Look for the ISO on that side.
Pitches to McClintock. McClintock with some speed, getting around the right side, dragged down after a gain of 13, 1st down.
Bill, I think they found something. They're getting on the edge pretty quickly on them. Another toss. They're going to pull the H back here, seal the edge. And McClintock is tough. He's explosive and fast.
On cue, we talk about that two-headed monster. McClintock comes in, gains 13 on his first carry of the game. Batavia already making strides here across midfield.
Look for the same thing this way, same formation.
Give now between the tackles. McClintock once again. In on the tackle was Carson Joint.
Yeah, a little ISO up the middle, fouled their H-back. They're going to have to start spying that H-back in those formations because he'll usually take them to the play.
2nd and 6 now. Jagger Owens goes wide.
H-back this side. Look for the play action.
Little bumpy play there in the backfield. Maybe slight bit of confusion there. Too many guys near the football. Perhaps.
Great. Looks like a good blitz call there. It was going to be a counter trade to the other side. They blitzed right through the hole where it was pulling. And that may be the only way to counter it, Bill, is to counter by blitzing the gap.
And that play brings us to the end of the first quarter. Folks, we are going to take a quick break here from Pittsford in the Class B final. Batavia leads 7-0 over HFL. Stay with us here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Coming into Lattimore on a daily basis is the highlight of my day. You know, we'll have patients coming in. As soon as they hit the physical therapist, we introduce ourselves and, you know, we bring them back, and you see a whole bunch of patients who are in pain, laughing and smiling and having a great time. And almost for that 1 hour that they're with us in PT, they're forgetting about all their problems. When you're lost with pain, reducing your quality of life, and then somebody there says, I can help you, there's no better feeling than that. Coming into Lattimore on a daily basis is the highlight of my day. You know, we'll have patients coming in. As soon as they hit the physical therapist, we introduce ourselves and, you know, we bring them back.
Second quarter just getting started here from Pittsford in your Class B final here. Batavia driving, leading 7-0, 3rd and 10. Reinhardt takes a snap himself, trying to get around. He does break a tackle. Now coming to his left side, he busts ahead. And he will get the first down. Reinhardt, real tough on that carry, broke a tackle and got 10 yards.
Great job by Reinhardt. They were set up with a cover 2, 4-3 cover 2. He steps up in the pocket and goes. It would look like it was a play called already. They had the edge, and unfortunately the D end, I think that might have been Nolan Smith, couldn't wrap him up.
Great play by the senior quarterback from Batavia. He was complimented very nicely. I was chatting this week with HFL's head coach, John Russ. He referred to Reinhardt as, he's like Aaron Rodgers. His feet aren't always set. His feet aren't always in the right position, but he's got a good arm and he knows the game. Give is inside to Anderson. He pushes ahead for a couple of yards.
I think the key is going to be for HFL. One of the keys they said on defense is not give up any big plays and win the third downs. That was the first third down, really, that they put him into in a long yardage. And I think they need to put them in that position a little bit more. Forces you to kind of defend one of two things, their pass or the screen.
HFL's Jack Harvey just checked out, shaking his shoulder. Hope he's okay. 2nd and 7, Reinhardt takes a snap. Rolls right, tries to find McClintock. Kind of overshot him there.
There's that counter. They'll still pull the guards and tackles the other way, so it gives the look of that counter going the other way with the running back. He pulls and throws the bubble.
Carter McFarland's there. I believe I misspoke a moment ago. Sorry, kid.
Good pressure on HFL to force him to release that ball a little bit quicker than he wanted to.
Now 3rd and 7 here, 32-yard line. This is probably 4-down territory.
Definitely, I agree, especially the way their defense is playing right now.
Reinhardt in the shotgun, takes the snap, looks right, looks left, now floats one down the field, and it's caught for the touchdown!
Unbelievable catch.
What a catch by Javen McFarland.
That's Reinhardt trusting his teammate to just go make the play, throw it up to him. It wasn't too bad of a coverage.
This is a 31-yard pass. What a set of hands down there by the junior wide receiver, Javen McFarland.
He's been doing it all season long, making some big plays. I think he's over 7 touchdowns receiving this year. Make it 8 tonight.
Pending the extra point here by Petrie. This is now a 2-score lead for Batavia here early in the second quarter. Snap is down, kick is on the way. Kick is good, Petrie puts it through. 14-0 Batavia here in the second quarter.
Yeah, you know, no need to panic at this point because HFL can score quickly. They're just going to have to figure out how to slow them down defensively.
Does this put HFL, and this is a team that's 9-0, this is the reigning sectional champion, so this is not a team that's going to break at this point here, but does this put them on their heels, 14-0 this early, a team they've beaten the last couple of times? Or is it the same playbook, it's the same mentality, let's just get the next one?
Yeah, I think right now, at this point, only 2 scores, and knowing that they're 3-0 against them, and they beat them already, there's no panic. If they get 3 scores on them, that's where they might start thinking. But right now, there's no sense in changing. Just stick with what got you here. And players are going to have to make plays, and McFarland just made one for them there. But I tell you one thing, Bill, that Batavia's given up is yardage on their kick return. So this will be important for them to get new field position here.
Bart's squib kick up the middle. Taken down around the 36 ball, or I said taken down before the tackle was made, right around the 36-yard line. Bart's the kickoff specialist for Batavia. Squibbed one along the turf there.
Yeah, and you can tell Batavia knows that they don't want to give up anything big, and a little squib there. So not bad field position, definitely better than it was last time.
We have a quick update from the AA final. Aquinas leading McQuaid 7-0 near the end of the first. And I hear from over my shoulder that McQuaid just scored. It is 7-7 over there in a game being played at Hilton. Handoff inside here for HFL, gets met in the backfield. Loss of a couple yards there.
So this is their outside zone. He's going to read it, but there's no blocking on the edge. Just more guys to the point of attack by Batavia. They scouted that out because they were walking their linebackers up as soon as they saw that formation.
Young brings his team to the line, 2nd and 12. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Backs up, still backing up. Gets rid of the ball with pressure right in his face in the backfield.
So it looks like it's going to be rough on the passer. They played that screen great. They saw it coming a mile away, and smart move by throwing it in the dirt.
Young got rid of it, then he got shoved down. That caused the flag. We're going to have a roughing the passer call here against Batavia.
So I guess that shows my age there when I say throw it in the dirt on a turf field, huh?
I'm sure there's dirt somewhere underneath all of that plastic and crushed up tires. Some confusion on the field right now. I believe the roughing the passer call was made. Officials still pointing, gesturing. Finally, the sticks start moving. It appears we will have a first down for HFL due to the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the passer against Batavia.
That's a big penalty. Got a little energy coming out of the huddle here for HFL, so let's see how they respond. They're going to go that tight look, deuces on both sides. They're going to mesh route.
HFL quickly to the line. Young back, looking. Fires to his right side. He's got a man, tackled right around the line of scrimmage, at least picked up right around the line of scrimmage and driven back a couple yards.
Great
reception made down there by J.T. Killenbeck.
Great tackle. It was interesting. They had the wheel route coming out of the backfield by the running back, and I don't know if they were looking to do a hook and ladder there because he did a curl pretty close to him.
Hit right in front of the line of scrimmage does get them a hard-fought 1 yard. Aiden Gould checks in. Carson wide close to us. Smith wide on the other side of the field. Young drops back, looking to throw. Turns to his left, fires one up in the air. Couple guys down there, but overshoots both of them. Couldn't find Carson or Killenbeck. This is going to bring up 3rd down and long from just across midfield.
Just lost it. He threw it where the seam was because there's one high safety. He released inside on the defensive back and tried to get back outside, but then it was too late.
This is a fun matchup of senior quarterbacks, both of whom have got good arms, can see the field, both coming off real good seasons.
Really are, and Batavia's doing a great job with their man coverage right now. So here's their bunch. This is tough to defend. This will be interesting.
Young moves Meacham, and now a whistle, flag from the back judge. Looks to be a delay here. This is going to back HFL up. Suffice to say, with this score and that penalty at this point, these first, quick math here in my head, 14 minutes and change, not going the way HFL hoped.
No, not at all. And before that penalty, I was thinking that it could be 4-down territory, but now, unless they get some big yardage here, we'll see. So same formation with the bunch this side.
He'll move Meacham again.
Look for Nolan Smith, one-on-one on the backside.
Takes a snap, fakes it left, now looking downfield once again. He's got a man, and complete. Dragged down out of bounds on a big throw and a big catch down there. First down, HFL, J.T. Killenbeck.
Great ball, Killenbeck squeezing. Sometimes that's the toughest balls to catch because you know you beat your guy and you're just waiting for the ball to come down. Great fake to the swing to the back. It freezes the corner a little bit. Drops in the bucket.
That ball was perfectly placed. Javen McFarland's on the tackle.
HFL needed that, Bill. That was a big play for them.
Killenbeck and Smith split to the far side. Carson over closer to us. Give his inside. Meacham slips. That was actually Donnell Hall. Correction.
He's shifty. He's a different back than Meacham. Meacham's a downhill big kid, fast kid. And he's a little shiftier. It's a nice little change of pace, kind of like a thunder lightning look. It'll be interesting. Twice they've come out in that two-back formation and have run it. So down the road, we'll see.
Even on that little slip there, you could see the quick wheels on that kid.
There's that bunch formation.
Meacham back in the backfield. Young takes the snap, looks right, pitches out. Trying to spin around and escape. Couldn't quite do it.
Great job defending that. Tough route to cover with the bunch. And they're going to do a little bit more of that stuff because they're playing man. It gets them out of their man and puts them into a cover 3.
Swing pass to Killenbeck gets a couple of yards. We got 3rd and 5 here. Just under 7 minutes to play here in the first half. Score is 14-0 Batavia over HFL currently.
Look for them to throw it up to Nolan in the backside here away from trips.
He's to the right side. Young in the shotgun. Moves his running back. Now HFL gets Batavia to jump. HFL offensive line all clapping. Let's see what the call is here. Batavia definitely jumped. Let's see who drew who. Offsides is the call.
Great job by Coach Russ changing up, and Coach Hoyt, the offense coordinator. Because actually Coach Hoyt runs the offense. He's the past HFL coach, head coach, and Coach Russ runs the defense. So Coach Hoyt having him change up the cadence a little bit. So it's a good job. This is where they scored on Batavia when they played in earlier, where they'll put trips out to the field and run a swing pass to the running back because they're blitzing. They have nobody to cover them. So here's that look. It'll be interesting to see if they go to that. They'll shift probably Meacham off to his side.
He moves him there. Young's going to take it himself. Up the middle, met at the line of scrimmage. Fights for about a yard. I'll bring him down to the 5 for 2nd and goal from there.
Little QB ISO, put Meacham instead of carrying the ball. You're going to lead through.
Abel Hammer in on the tackle. He and Kleinbeck right there in the middle of the field.
Nolan Smith in tight there.
2nd and 4. Young takes the snap. Give is inside. Busting toward the goal line and in for the touchdown. HFL answers. Meacham takes one in from 4 yards out. Pending the extra point, we got a 1-score game.
Great answer. That's the answer of a team that's been in this game before, that knows how to win. They weren't faltered. They took advantage of a roughing the passer on a 3rd down, and they couldn't ask for a better time to score.
Extra point attempt coming right here. Ball is down, ball is up, ball is on the way, ball is through. Carbonell kicks it through, and we've now got a 14-7 game. Here's another look at the touchdown. Meacham right there with his quarterback, Young. Takes the handoff, moves left, bowls through a couple of would-be tacklers over that goal line. Touchdown, HFL. So, we got a little under 6 minutes here in the first half. We got a 1-score game. This is living up, now looking at that scoreboard, to this tremendous game we were expecting.
Yeah, definitely a great answer. As I mentioned, that big part was that took advantage of the roughing the passer and a huge catch on 3rd down. And I think that's how they're going to have to soften them up to be able to run the ball against Batavia. They're going to have to throw the ball a little bit more than probably they were anticipating. Now, Batavia was ready last time with this kick. HFL does a great job with their kickoff team, just getting a high kick. It takes away the kick return and maybe puts them under a pressure to turn it over.
Anderson, McFarland's, Arroyo, all back deep. Kick will be put out, it appears, by Danny Seva. Seva puts a foot into one, lobs one up, and
It's interesting. I thought he was about the fair catch.
I thought there was a signal there for a fair catch. Caden Marucci catches it, returns it for about a yard. So as my director here points out, I looked at the wrong roster. Gave credit to that kickoff there to Batavia's Danny Seva, when in fact it was HFL's kicker, Xavier Carbonell. Sorry, kid.
All right, now the question is, how does HFL's defense answer? They're stacking the A-gaps now.
Owen Engler checked in late there inside for HFL. Reinhardt takes it himself, puts his shoulder down into a would-be tackler, busts ahead for about 2 yards. Flag comes in late.
Tell you what, so he keeps it, and I tell you, the way HFL was lined up, if he gave it, he was off to the races because there was nobody on this side. They were all stacked in the A-gap.
Gary was in on that tackle, but the face mask penalty against the Cougars will give Batavia a few more yards. 5-yard penalty, give them 2nd and 2 here.
2 big face masks against them.
1st and 2, correction? 2nd and 2.
Should be, no, it's a live ball penalty. Should be repeat first down. Yep.
Maintains first down. It's first down and 2.
Reinhardt drops back.
Screen.
Finds his man inside. Here's McFarland's with a lot of room and a couple blockers in front of him. McFarland's to the left side. Pushed down, out of bounds, near the 21-yard line. First down, Batavia on that big pickup by Javen McFarland's.
They run more screens than any high school team I've seen in a long time. When we scouted them, they must have had 10 screens in the past 4 games. Tough to defend when you got a quarterback that can run and throw the ball. You're asking your linebackers to bail, drop to their seams or their hooks or curls, but also keep your eyes in the backfield. So you're relying on your D-line. You ask them to retrace their steps, if they will, on that.
Reinhardt puts his man in motion. Is McFarland's. Looks for him off the right side. Pass is complete. He gets knocked down just across the line of scrimmage, though. This will result in about a gain of 1. Maybe 2.
Brought down by Zach Meacham.
Zach Meacham in on the tackle there for HFL.
Pick up 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Well, ball on the hash here. Look for that far field over there for them to ride Anderson in and the bubble outside. Okay, so here's that H-back in tight. Watch the sweep that far side. There it is.
Right under center. Pitches to Anderson. Anderson moving left. Dragged down around the 20-yard line. Gets a couple of yards.
Couple of yards. Defensive end did a great job. I think it might have been Nolan Smith forcing him to cut back inside underneath.
Bulling was there at the end. Geary in on the tackle. Joint in on the tackle.
So look for that, foul that H-back. He'll take you to the play here.
Reinhardt under center. Gave his inside to Anderson. He's met right at the line of scrimmage, giving no ground, HFL.
Great job filling. That was the ISO. They blew it up well. It's got to be, is that Bulling again?
Looked to be Charlie Kirby right there in the middle with Bulling.
Kirby's done a great job this year for HFL. He's led them sack, a bunch of tackles for losses. Just done an unbelievable job for them defensively this year at linebacker.
4th down and 4 here from the 20-yard line. Batavia keeps their offense on the field.
Well, Reinhardt, I think Bill's going to have the ball in his hand somehow.
He comes right to it. Reinhardt.
He's passing
pitch.
it. He's passing it.
McFarland's now looking to throw. Got his man. Touchdown. What a play.
Legal. It's going to be a legal shift. I think it's going to come back.
Jagger Owens.
I think it's going to come back. It might, Bill. We got an illegal shift.
Jagger Owens catches the pass from McFarland's, but let's see what this flag is all about. An illegal shift against Batavia brings this play back. Good call, Coach.
Well, I had help from the guys up top next to me, made me look smart. But that's 2 touchdowns called back by illegal shifts.
So now we got a 4th and long here, 4th and 9 for Batavia.
Now, big time penalties have made a difference here. So now you got to respect the screen. You got to respect Reinhardt running, and you got to respect the pass here. So 2-by-2 look here. Be interesting to see what they got.
You won't see it on the score sheet later, but that was a laser of a throw from Javen McFarland's.
That was a great ball.
Reinhardt back under pressure, but does put one up toward the end zone. Knocked down. Defended nicely down there by the HFL defensive backfield.
Great pressure by Nolan Smith, too, to force him to throw off his heel.
Aiden Gould, the player, knocking it down. Killenbeck was back there. Reinhardt threw this into traffic. HFL will take over.
Big stop.
So they've got 3 minutes till halftime here to maybe get the tying score across the goal line.
Now this would be big if they can score on this drive because they start with the ball the second half.
Young with Meacham beside him once again. Young looking to pass, finds his man on the left side. Battling ahead for about 11 yards and a first down is Ben Carson.
Great call, little jailbreak screen here. So you're gonna see the tackle here will come downfield, kick out by the receiver here, and just throw underneath.
Anderson and Bethel in on the tackle there for Batavia. First down now from around the 37-yard line. Young takes a snap, inside handoff to Anderson once again. Meacham, I should say. Flag comes in, though, during the play. Let's see what happens here.
Looks like it's probably going to be holding. It's right in the middle of the pile. Good cutback by Meacham. I gotta believe the holding probably helped him get those yards there. Oh, chop block.
Chop block against HFL.
The chop block will back up the Cougars there after that short gain.
So you have to immediately hit them low if you're going to hit them right away now. That's one of the new rules. You can't do it delayed, so that must have happened delayed, and that's a big penalty because it's not just a 5-yarder, it's a 15-yarder.
This backs HFL way up to a 1st and 25 from their own 22.
And they put that in for safety for obvious reasons there. Might try jailbreak the other side or just try to run and keep them honest.
Once again, Carson Joyne will snap the ball to his senior quarterback. Young puts his man in motion. Crossing the field was Killenbeck. Young inside handoff. Gives it to Meacham, who does bull ahead for a few yards. Seva in on the tackle down there.
Gain of 3 will bring up second down and 22.
Long second down play here from around the 25-yard line here for HFL.
Yeah, I think HFL now, with the time the way it is, they're just hoping not to give Batavia the ball back, maybe get into a manageable third down.
Meacham moves just off Young's right. Young takes the snap, fumbled on the snap, but he jumps on it.
Smart decision to get on it right away. You're not going to make anything out of that. Because Batavia was spinning their ears. They were coming hard.
Danny Seva was there. Batavia calls a timeout here with a long third down coming up for Honeywell Falls Lima. We will take a very short break here. Stay with us here in the Class B final. You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Coming into Lattimore on a daily basis is the highlight of my day. You know, we'll have patients coming in. As soon as they hit the physical therapist, we introduce ourselves and, you know, we bring them back, and you see a whole bunch of patients who are in pain, laughing and smiling and having a great time. And almost for that 1 hour that they're with us in PT, they're forgetting about all their problems. When you're lost with pain, reducing your quality of life, and then somebody there says, I can help you, there's no better feeling than that.
Pittsford Pub and Grill is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Located at 60 North Main Street in Pittsford, you can dine in or use our convenient curbside pickup option. Our 15 TVs offer plenty of entertainment, including a variety of sporting events. We offer
and we are back here with a 3rd and 26 for Honeywell Falls Lima. Young looks right, finds his man, and a pitch. And that ball might have been fumbled there. We might have a turnover. First down, Batavia. The hook and ladder bites them.
Yeah, and it looked like they were trying to do it over on the other side earlier, but they were just so tight together. I like the idea, but too tight to the sidelines, and just unfortunately turnover this. They're going to have a short-term memory on defense and be ready to stop them.
Caden Marucci was down there where the ball was picked up. That's a fun play call from HFL, but that's a turnover that hurts this late in the first half.
Yeah, I like the play call. Unfortunately, the outcome wasn't what they wanted, but Marucci's done a great job. 80 tackles this year, 3 interceptions, defensive touchdown, 12 fumble loss.
Here's Reinhardt now. He drops back. Now tucks it away and looks to run himself through the middle, breaks a tackle, gets dragged down after a gain of about 7.
Great tackle by HFL's D lineman because the whole linebackers are bailing big time there to give up a big play.
Nolan Smith dragged Reinhardt down. Second and 4 will come up here. We're under a minute here. Batavia driving after the turnover. They've got the ball around the 26-yard line. Driving here, trying to pad this lead a little bit into halftime.
And I tell you, look out for that screen. They still have 1 timeout left. They're going to be bailing quite a bit. That screen has been already good for them this year and very successful this year for them to be able to run that screen.
So to that point here, you've got under a minute. You've got 2nd and 4. You're 26-yard lines away with a timeout. Is the playbook completely open?
It totally is. I mean, because they have that timeout, the clock stops in high school once you get a first down. If they stay in bounce, the way they've been running the ball, they could easily run the ball and still get the first down, stop the clock. Definitely wide open offense, but here we go.
Garrett Schmidt will snap the ball to Reinhardt. Reinhardt, shotgun snap, takes it, looking left. Now comes back toward the center field. He's going to take it himself. Running right, gets pushed out of bounds. That will stop the clock. Shoved out of bounds by what appeared to be Zach Meacham.
Great job defensively. Coach Russ has been coaching his linebackers up all week about dropping your pass to the quarterback once you get to your zone to settle.
Batavia right to the line on 3rd and short. Still with that timeout left, 38 seconds to play here in the first half. Reinhardt takes a snap, slowly looking, slings it to his right, out of bounds, incomplete.
Great job again, covering the back of the backfield. Most people haven't been doing a good job with that, especially when the far receiver is running a deep crossing route. The linebacker's got to bail and get out there, and Coach Russ with his 4-3 really has his linebackers bail on the snap of a pass.
Carter McFarland was the intended target there. Talked before about Coach Russ comparing Reinhardt here to Aaron Rodgers. That was almost Brady-like, with his feet just so calm, so still. Reinhardt takes a snap, looks left, finds his man, gets it outside to McFarland. He's going to get dragged down for a first down, though. Does get across the marker.
So they'll stop the clock till they get reset. So they still got time, but they may call their timeout now unless they go up and spike it.
3-yard completion, good for a Blue Devil first down.
And they do use that timeout. They'll stop the clock here with 25 seconds left.
Final timeout on the first down.
So they've got a first down at the 21 now. 25 seconds, no timeouts left. What are they thinking here, Coach?
Now there's no question the ball's in Reinhardt's hands. They're going to keep swinging the back of the backfield, use him as an option to throw it. He could still get a first down without scoring, so they could have time for him to run a QB draw or scramble to get a first down and then have to get set and spike the ball. So still a lot of time, given where they are on the field.
Batavia to the line of scrimmage. HFL's defense coming back. Reinhardt in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks over the middle. Still looking. Fires toward the end zone. Got his man knocked away. What a play in the end zone by the HFL defensive back. Shaken up down there, too, unfortunately.
Great play. They're in the cover 2. The soft spot in the cover 2, one of the soft spots in the middle. So you're going to see McFarland. He'll go down right down the seam down the middle. The far safety comes over to knock it down.
Here you get another look at it. The two HFL players colliding over the middle. That was a dynamite piece of defense down there. We will take a very, very quick break here. Stay with us, folks. You're watching the Class B final on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
We want to thank everyone for doing their part in these challenging times.
No matter where we work from, we're still here protecting you and your family's rights.
We want you to know that we will always be here for you and your family.
Using our technology so we can protect you and your family no matter where we are.
For your free consultation, call or text 262-COMP today.
Your workers' comp attorneys.
Coming into Lattimore on a day.
Back here in Pittsford with the Class B final here in Section 5 football. Bill Smith with Coach Marine here. Batavia driving here late second quarter. We got 19 seconds till halftime. It's nice to see Colton Miller get up off on his own power and trot off the field. He looks like he's okay. He was shaken up after that play down there. Here's a 2nd and 10 play now for Batavia. Reinhardt drops back. A little bit of pressure now, driving him to his right and dragged down. What a play. Clock is ticking. Smith chased him down and dragged him down. There's only 4 seconds. I don't think this is going to happen.
That's a big-time sack, big-time play just before the half.
What a play by the defensive end. Nolan Smith chases him down. You take a look at it right here, dragged down at the 40-yard line. That's a huge loss. They were working against the clock already, but that just killed them.
Well, and I tell you, hats off to the coverage, because the coverage allowed him to hold on to the ball a little bit longer, but that allowed them to realize that defensively they're going to be all right.
Well, that brings us to halftime, and your score after 2 quarters of play here. The Batavia Blue Devils lead the HFL Cougars 14-7 here in the Class B championship in Section 5 football. Folks, stay with us. We're going to have another half of this tremendous rivalry. This will finish as a tremendous game. Stay with us, please. You are watching the Class B final on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Coming into Lattimore on a daily basis is the highlight of my day. You know, we'll have patients coming in. As soon as they hit the physical therapist, we introduce ourselves, and you know, we bring them back, and you see a whole bunch of patients who are in pain, laughing and smiling and having a great time. And almost for that 1 hour that they're with us in PT, they're forgetting about all their problems. When you're lost with pain, reducing your quality of life, and then somebody there says, "I can help you," there's no better feeling than that.
The beautiful thing for me getting into this profession is the ability to work and to get to know patients, establish that rapport, that relationship with the individual. You see them go from where they start, you get to know that person, they become a part of your life, you become a part of that patient's life, and then you see them improve. I always tell the people that I work with and the patients that I see, nobody wants to be injured, nobody wants to be hurt, nobody wants to have to go through rehabilitation. So to make that environment a friendly environment and a welcoming place for people to come in and want to be a part of, because experiencing that Lattimore way where you actually maybe want to go to therapy and want to get better, it makes a big difference.
Looking for a great way to commemorate this season's sectionals? Section 5 Athletics is excited to work with Mugs & More to offer a variety of apparel options for each sport and each season. Items include graphics specifically developed to feature the sport and year, including items such as hoodies, hats, pants, and more. Apparel for each season is available for a limited time, so don't miss your chance. Visit section5.org/mugsandmore to see the many options and place your order today. Pittsford Pub and Grill is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Located at 60 North Main Street in Pittsford, you can dine in or use our convenient curbside pickup option. Our 15 TVs offer plenty of entertainment, including a variety of sporting events. We offer daily specials and a great Friday night fish fry. You can also contact us to book your holiday party now. Check us out at thepittsfordpub.com. If you're interested in staying involved with the sports you've enjoyed over the years, we may have an opportunity for you. Section 5 Athletics is currently looking for officials for several sports. Serving as a Section 5 official provides a great way to stay active, contribute to the sports you love, and earn money while making your own schedule. Visit section5.org/officials for more information.
We want to thank everyone for doing their part in these challenging times.
No matter where we work from, we're still here protecting you and your family's rights.
We want you to know that we will always be here for you and your family.
Using our technology so we can protect you and your family no matter where we are.
For your free consultation, call or text 262-COMP today.
Your workers' comp attorneys.
Coming into Lattimore.
Underway. Return to the 20-yard line, out past the 30, the 40. Now breaking towards the midfield. He has a seam all the way down. There are no flags. He's going to run it in for an opening touchdown. 85-yard touchdown as we get the game started on a U-Prep touchdown.
go. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
It's time to get hyped with Varsity Media. We offer an array of video services sure to amp up your team. From staged preseason hype videos with custom lighting and smoke machines to sideline highlights of a big game. How can your team stand out from the crowd? Contact Varsity Media today and let us tailor something your squad will never forget. These are the best times of your life. Capture them in the most creative ways possible with the sports leader, Varsity Media. Varsity Media is the tri-state area sports leader. We offer an array of services for any team, coach, player, athletic director, and parent. From game film to live streaming, we are available to cover your event anytime, any place. Looking for an enhanced experience? How about a professional broadcast with multiple camera angles, announcers, graphics, and instant replay? Need a highlight reel? We produce individual highlights for college recruiting and team highlight videos for end-of-season banquets. And when it comes to social media, nobody has you covered better than us. Hype videos, sideline highlights. We can tailor custom videos to make your team stand out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Why waste your time dealing with anyone else? When it comes to sports video, Varsity Media stands alone. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or online at varsitymedia.net. Parents and athletes, why leave your college career in the hands of amateurs? Varsity Media produces professional college recruiting videos that you can use to help land a spot on the team. Our highlight reels have proven to save thousands of dollars in college tuition. You've worked hard and put the effort into your high school athletic career. Don't take any chances when it comes to your future. Varsity Media has been producing college recruiting videos since 2010. We understand what college coaches are looking for, and our attention to detail on your highlights will separate your resume from others. Stand out from the crowd. We'll help showcase your talents. Contact Varsity Media today and order a college recruiting video.
We want to thank everyone for doing their part in these challenging times.
No matter where we work from, we're still here protecting you and your family's rights.
We want you to know that we will always be here for you and your family.
Using our technology so we can protect you and your family no matter where we are.
For your free consultation, call or text 262-COMP today.
Your workers' comp attorney.
Coming into Lattimore on a daily basis is the highlight of my day. You know, we'll have patients coming in. As soon as they hit the physical therapist, we introduce ourselves and, you know, we bring them back, and you see a whole bunch of patients who are in pain, laughing and smiling and having a great time. And almost for that 1 hour that they're with us in PT, they're forgetting about all their problems. When you're lost with pain, reducing your quality of life, and then somebody there says, I can help you, there's no better feeling than that.
The beautiful thing for me getting into this profession is the ability to work and to get to know patients, establish that rapport, that relationship with the individual. You see them go from where they start, you get to know that person, they become a part of your life, you become a part of that patient's life, and then you see them improve. I always tell the people that I work with and the patients that I see, nobody wants to be injured, nobody wants to be hurt, nobody wants to have to go through rehabilitation. So to make that environment a friendly environment and a welcoming place for people to come in and want to be a part of, because experiencing that Lattimore way where you actually maybe want to go to therapy and want to get better, it makes a big difference.
Looking for a great way to commemorate this season's sectionals? Section 5 Athletics is excited to work with Muggs & More to offer a variety of apparel options for each sport and each season. Items include graphics specifically developed to feature the sport and year, including items such as hoodies, hats, pants, and more. Apparel for each season is available for a limited time, so don't miss your chance. Visit section5.org/Muggs & More to see the many options and place your order today. Pittsford Pub and Grill is open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week. Located at 60 North Main Street in Pittsford, you can dine in or use our convenient curbside pickup option. Our 15 TVs offer plenty of entertainment, including a variety of sporting events. We offer daily specials and a great Friday night fish fry. You can also contact us to book your holiday party now. Check us out at thepittsfordpub.com. If you're interested in staying involved with the sports you've enjoyed over the years, we may have an opportunity for you. Section 5 Athletics is currently looking for officials for several sports. Serving as a Section 5 official provides a great way to stay active, contribute to the sports you love, and earn money while making your own schedule. Visit section5.org/officials for more information and to express your interest.
We want to thank everyone for doing their part in these challenging times.
No matter where we work from, we're still here protecting you and your family's rights.
We want you to know that we will always be here for you and your family.
Using our technology so we can protect you and your family no matter where we are.
For your free consultation, call or text 262-COMP today.
Your workers' comp attorneys.
Coming into Lattimore on a daily basis is the highlight of my day. You know, we'll have patients coming in. As soon as they hit the physical therapist, we introduce ourselves and, you know, we bring them back, and you see a whole bunch of patients who are in pain, laughing and smiling and having a great time. And almost for that 1 hour that they're with us in PT, they're forgetting about all their problems. When you're lost with pain, reducing your quality of life, and then somebody there says, I can help you, there's no better feeling than that.
Welcome back to Ordway Field in Pittsford, New York, site of the Class B football final here in Monroe County, Section 5 football. We've got a good one here. The Batavia Blue Devils lead the Honeoye Falls Lima Cougars 14-7. Second half about to get underway. Coach, looking at the keys to the game, one of the keys that HFL gave to us for their game here was good D-line play. Holy cow, did that second quarter end on a good D-line play.
Oh, huge. Nolan Smith with a big sack there. Bowling's done a great job up front. You called it exactly. Big-time play at the end. They needed that.
HFL was a bit on their heel. One of the keys that Batavia gave to us a little bit with Batavia marching down the field a couple different times. But we find ourselves in a one-score game. We got 2 halves left here till a title is presented to one of these two teams. We're excited to get underway. Thanks for joining us here. Once again, I'm Bill Smith with the coach here, Mr. Marine, and we are underway here in the second half. Kickoff field around the 20-yard line. Tripped up down there. Good piece of tackling down there by the defender. That looked to be Makai Fortes. That's a young man that was brought up from the JVs for special teams purposes. Talked about him this week.
Yeah,
HFL will take over down there.
Great tackle because they have struggled this year a little bit. Not that there's any weakness really in Batavia, but they struggled a little bit in covering kickoffs.
Thank everybody out there for joining us here in this sectional final. Coming to the line, Young. Carson Joint will snap it to him. Young puts his man in motion. That's Killenbeck. Young. Give is to Meacham. Meacham around the left side, taken down. And a flag does come in. That tackle was a little high.
Yeah, definitely. And I tell you, if he doesn't slip, he looks like he stays upright a little bit and maybe gets a few more yards.
Unfortunate where Arroyo sort of came around Meacham there. Face mask is the call.
Face mask against Batavia.
Well, penalties have been a big thing the first half. They had 2 touchdowns called back, Batavia did on penalties. And a rough on the passer that kept HFL's drive alive, which was the drive that they scored. So I'm sure Coach Briggs talked to his team about, hey, stay aggressive, but let's minimize the penalties here, boys.
Here's Young. Shotgun with Meacham right to his left. Puts his man in motion. That's Gould. Give it to Meacham. Meacham trying to turn around the right side. Gets tackled by a few different tacklers down there. You saw Carter Wazalewski down there. He was one of them.
And Coach Hoyt there for the offense coordinator there for HFL, trying to keep them honest with a little jet motion there and zoom motion to see how they respond to that and go with their horse, Meacham, running the ball. Here's that bunch. This is what hurt them earlier.
Seiberling holding down the middle of that line for Batavia. Shotgun snap taken by Young. Young looking left, lobbing one downfield. Got a man there and overshoots him just a little bit. He had Killenbeck, or Killenbeck might have had a step or two on his man. Just missed him.
He did. It was a wheel route out of that bunch. Earlier in that bunch, they had thrown it out to him on, what I'd call a shoot route. And Batavia cornerback came up hard on that, and he was able to get behind him. A little bit longer, a little bit more air on that, and that could have been a big-time play.
3rd and 8 here.
Meacham's out, so they put their scat back in the backfield there, so expect him to come out of the backfield, some type of pass play to him.
Young back, dropping, looking, met in the backfield, ball is out. Is that a fumble or is that an incompletion? What are we saying here? The referee comes in saying it was an incompletion, ball being thrown. So an incomplete pass is the call. I think that's fortunate for HFL.
It definitely is, and I tell you, Hall came out of the backfield there and did an under route right down the seam. You'll see him do the under route right down the seam, and he's wide open. And they get some big-time pressure on him.
4th and 8 here from their own 41. HFL punting. Boot is away. And it's muffed, but recovered. Down there looking to take it back was Ryan Geary. Arroyo comes up a little hobbled.
I tell you, that could have been costly. Well, the field position looks like it's changed already. Better for HFL this half. Starting on defense, I think this is the first time, maybe, Bill, that they're starting inside their own 35.
Abel Hammer, Matthew McQuethy, Sheldon Seiberling, Parker Kleinbeck. Kleinbach. Garrett Schmidt, you've got this tough line for Batavia, holding it down for the Blue Devils.
Here's that tight trip. I'm sure they're going to go with that counter early, and here it is coming this way.
Reinhardt gives. Handoff inside, but met right at the line of scrimmage. Anderson doesn't get anything. Taken down to bring up second down.
Well, they came right out. HFL came right out and blew up their first play this half, like they did the first play the first half. So the question is, can they respond like that in second and third down here?
2nd and 11. Anderson lost a yard on that play here. Couple minutes here into the second half. Devils holding a 1-touchdown lead. Reinhardt shotgun snap, takes the snap, gives inside to Anderson. Anderson plows ahead for a couple of yards and then is met by a whole bunch of people.
Great job. That hole was there for a second and closed quickly. Same counter, but this time it was on the play side, so he takes the handoff, crosses face of the quarterback, sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Great job there by HFL.
Nolan Smith was there amongst a bevy of tacklers. Riley Kester was there in the middle as well.
Well, they're going to be on this hash. Look for them to look at that bubble look to the crossing route on the far side.
Anderson in the backfield. Reinhardt looking, met in the backfield and taken down.
I tell you.
As the pass flew incomplete.
Wow, Bill, that was huge because there was nobody, it looked like within like 5 yards, 8 yards of the slot receiver. Now, Reinhardt actually does double duty. He's the punter also. I can't imagine they're going to fake here, but that's something that's tough to defend if your punter's also your quarterback down the road.
He backed right up into a deep set here to do the punting duties. 4th and 9 from their own 33. Batavia looks to be punting it away here. Oh, and the snap goes over his head. He's dropping back to take care of the ball. He picks it up. Now he looks to throw it. He finds his man and breaking away and finding his way into open field and across for a first down and maybe more. Running down the sideline, still on his feet, still heading for the Batavia touchdown. Caden Marucci, unbelievable.
Unbelievable is right. As he's throwing it, I'm saying, well, there's going to be illegal guys downfield because they're punting. But there was nobody downfield because the ball immediately was snapped over his head.
That was unreal. I have never seen anything like that.
There is a flag on the play.
Flag does come in down near the goal line.
I'm assuming it's touchdown and probably unsportsmanlike maybe. I'm not sure if it was on defense or offense. If he was celebrating before he went in or not.
Referee says touchdown. We do have a personal foul call against Batavia. With the touchdown being good, that must have been after the touchdown.
Yeah, so maybe he was celebrating. I'm not sure, but personal foul afterwards. That'll affect them. That'll be 15 yards on the kickoff. But I tell you, that's Reinhardt. He's a big-time player.
Here it is again. Reinhardt way back. This bad snap. He picks it up around his own 3-yard line, slings it. Here's Marucci, who sheds 1 tackle. Finds his way to the left sideline. Unreal.
Unreal is right, and the fact that there was nobody downfield. But that's how their punt team is. They don't release right away. But the fact that the ball was snapped over his head immediately made them realize quickly. What a play by Reinhardt. Unbelievable. That's players making plays. You can't coach that.
I think there's a conversation being had here of where exactly the penalty happens. So the penalty will be taken on the extra point, making the kick or the try a bit longer.
Now that's interesting. If the touchdown was good, I would have thought it would have been dead ball. They could have had the option to do it afterwards, that they would want to do it. But now it's going to force them to go for 2 here. Hello. Looks like Julie's out there. Julia's out there to kick.
Petrie's still in the field. Now looks like she might be heading off. Now the offense back on the field for what appears to be an 18-yard attempt at a conversion.
So watch the tight end down the seam here. It's a reverse. He's thrown it to Reinhardt.
And the throw into the end zone, and it's complete for the 2-point conversion.
The young man is unbelievable.
McFallens gives to McFallens. Carter to Javen. And in for the 2-point conversion. They find Reinhardt, the quarterback.
You can't coach that,
What?
Bill. It's unbelievable. They're finding a way to win.
The 2 plays that we just saw, what just happened?
Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, coach has had that Philly special in there probably for about 8 years now. We've fallen to that play, but they covered it. They covered it well, but Reinhardt wanted the ball more. And right now, Batavia wants this win more. So we'll see how HFL responds, because defensively they shut him down, which is great. You know, just got unlucky in that special teams play. A lot of ball left.
If you're HFL, you've got to be certainly frustrated by this, but like you said, they shut them down. They were punting, and then there was a bad snap, and then suddenly a little goofiness later. They're down by 2 scores.
Well, and the unfortunate thing now, Bill, is being down by 2 scores and being at 15. This is where Batavia kind of starts to smell blood a little bit, and they get a lot more aggressive on defense.
Bats, the kickoff specialist, puts a boot into one, sends it downfield. Scooped up. And shedding one tackler, but meeting a couple others and taken down. Flag comes in at the end. The returner down there was Miller. Side judge appears to be pointing at Batavia. Blow to the head from a Batavia tackler. So this is going to immediately give HFL a better start than what they were about to have.
Yeah, that's 2 back-to-back personal fouls by them. 30 yards and points. Obviously, the last one didn't hurt them because they were able to convert on that 2-point one, but you don't want to give HFL any free yards.
So Young will bring his offense out of the huddle. Down by 15, but lots of time left. Puts Meacham to his left. Give to Meacham right side. Gets to the edge and gets about 7 yards, but yet another flag dropped in there late. A couple HFL players pointing at Batavia.
Well, I tell you what, Bill, if this is a personal foul, it'll be interesting to see who the personal foul was before, because once you get 2 personal fouls, he's out of the game.
Well, Zalewski was down there on the tackle. No indication on who the penalty is against, but it is against Batavia.
Personal foul against Batavia.
Personal foul will add another 15 yards. And suddenly, without blinking, here with 8:23 to play in the third quarter, Cougars now have the ball at the 41.
Penalties have hurt Batavia all night long. Luckily, it hasn't hurt them on the scoreboard right now.
Killenbeck goes in motion. Young, the snap. Give it to Meacham. Meacham looking to get around the left side, but a lot of tackles. He does get through a couple and barrels into another. Then gets taken down after a short gain. Marucci in on the tackle.
Gain of only 2 will bring up second down and 8.
Marucci's physical. He brings it every play.
He didn't give up there. He's the tackler that was met for that hit. Quickly recovered and took him down. Marucci, the senior linebacker.
There's that bunch look. Watch the wheel route.
Young takes a shotgun snap. Give is inside to Meacham. Meacham looking to go left. Battles his way for maybe a yard. And now a little pushing, shoving. Well, that appears to be Batavia player Reinhardt now calming his own team down.
They got to be composed here. They're leading the game. And right now, Reinhardt's being the leader out there trying to keep them composed. Meanwhile, they're not even lined up yet.
Young, shotgun snap. Looks left, looks right, finds his man. Out of the backfield is Killenbeck. Killenbeck to the right side, pushed out of bounds after he gets a first down for HFL.
And I tell you, though, Batavia's hurting themselves. They were all worried about that penalty bill, or that asking for a flag on that, and they were chirping, trying to keep their player calm down. Meanwhile, HFL's lined up ready to make a play, and before they know it, they get a first down. So good tempo here by HFL. Batavia needs to get a stop here.
They are moving the ball right now. Young, shotgun look.
Blitz is coming.
Meacham to his right, give this to Meacham. Meacham ahead for a couple of yards.
Meacham, the ball carrier.
Vincent Arroyo near the tackle.
Gain of 3 on the play, brings the second down and 7.
Now it'll be interesting to see if they do a little play action here. Second down. Batavia was showing the blitz off the edge in that last one. I can't imagine they'll show it this time. If they do, they'll probably run a blitz inside.
Young with Meacham to his left. Takes a snap, looking left, looking. Fires one over the middle, incomplete. Trying to find Carson. This will bring up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 7 from the 26-yard line. I've asked this question before, but I'm assuming this is 4-down territory.
Yeah, Bill, I was ready to read your mind on that question because I agree right here. So, which gives the offense a little advantage. They're going to come out with that bunch. Last time they ran it inside. They may come with that just because they know it's 4-down territory.
Young takes a snap, looks left, fires left, met right in the backfield after the completion. Killenbeck made the catch but was dropped immediately for a loss of a couple yards.
Anderson with a great fill and hit.
Killenbeck looks to be shaken up. Hope that young man's okay. He's a dynamite player.
Hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him. Unbelievable job to hold on to that ball.
4th and 12 now from the 31-yard line. Cougars right to the line. Young's got his wide receivers spread out. 4 to one side, single look on our side here.
Batavia looks confused.
Young back, under pressure, fires one into traffic. Bounces incomplete. Pass was broken up by Caden Marucci. And this will result in a turnover on downs. Batavia ball, 1st and 10 from their own 31.
Great play defensively, great pressure. Batavia is running all over the field. Not knowing where to cover, and they got lucky because they had some pressure there.
Spreading the field that wide had to create a lot of that kind of unknown there for the Batavia defense.
Yeah, and they're bringing the back of the backfield, so now you got 5 guys you've got to cover. Unfortunately, you don't have the extra guy to help to protect if that happens.
Javen McFarland's wide on the far side of the field. Reinhardt takes a snap, is going to take it himself. Tried to turn right, now puts his shoulder down and dives to his left just a little. Looks to have gained about 1.5 yards, maybe 2.
Owen Smith on the tackle for HFL. Gain of 2 on the play.
Defensive end Smith with the tackle.
Great effort by Reinhardt there at the end. He got stuffed, and he still tried to dive out a little farther and get an extra yard. They're going to be in no rush.
Yeah, this is perhaps clock killing time, at least starting to keep the clock moving.
There's the H-back.
Reinhardt does roll left, looking to throw. Fires one over the couple of different defenders there, looking for Carter McFallins. Dangerous spot there with both McQuethy and Weischer.
Well defended. That's tough. You're riding the running back in there. You got to respect the bubble. The outside backer didn't widen out for the bubble. He was giving that up, and he sat for McFarland underneath.
3rd and 8 here. Clock is stopped. 4.5 to play here in the third quarter.
HFL needs a turnover here, Bill, not just a stop.
Reinhardt takes the snap, looks to his right, fires over the middle. Incomplete. He was looking for David McFallins.
Great coverage.
Good coverage down there by, looks like Donnell Hall.
Well, I tell you, HFL gets the ball back here. What they haven't showed yet today, Bill, is any of the Wildcat. Be interested to see if they show that at all this next series.
So Reinhardt set up to punt. The last time we said that, though, all kinds of goofiness ensued. So let's see what happens here.
Yeah, and I was just about to say before they haven't, Reinhardt's been booming the ball, too.
Reinhardt does put his foot short kick, though, way up in the air, but it sputters out around his own 45-yard line.
I don't get it. It went out of bounds right in front of his feet.
The official does spot it where it appeared to go out of bounds. So HFL now perhaps with another chance to get things moving here and get this game a little closer.
Yeah, great field position. Reinhardt really has been booming the ball this year on this punt, but then again, they haven't punted a lot either.
Killenbeck in motion. Good to see him on the field. Give this to Meacham. Meacham trying to get around the left side, breaks a tackle, gets down to around the 36-yard line. Close to first down yardage, if not there.
It's getting a little chippy on Batavia's side. The last thing they need to do is have another 15-yard penalty.
Second and 2 from the 37-yard line. HFL driving here with 3:43 to play. 22-7 the lead for Batavia. Stack of receivers on the right side. Give is inside to Meacham. Meacham looking through the middle, does find his way through and then bowled down. Popped with a shoulder tackle by Carter McFallins, but not before he does get 7 yards on a first down.
They're starting to grind on him a little bit here. Front line for HFL is starting to move the pile and change the line of scrimmage right now. There's a lot of time. They don't have to score quickly, so it's okay to run the ball still.
Young set in the shotgun. He's got Meacham to his right. Takes a snap. Give to Meacham. Meacham trying to get around the left side. Finds his way toward the sideline. Knocked down after a gain of about 1.
Yeah, the
couple
run
yards.
Yeah, a couple of yards running that outside zone a little bit there. He's just looking for an opening and to stick his foot in the ground and get upfield.
3 yards on the gain. That was way off. Second and 7. HFL driving here with 2:37 left in the third quarter. Young back, looks left.
Oh, he's got him.
Fires it left side, up in the air, caught. Did he come in bounds? No, says the official to that side.
Good spot to put the ball. Great effort to go catch it. Take a look at it here.
Carson made a heck of a grab, just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. Here you see it again. Carson up, foot looks like he's on the white.
Good call. I'm surprised they haven't done that yet with Nolan Smith with his reach of a 6'5".
Great set of hands on Ben Carson, the senior receiver who led this team with 25 catches this year. Young looking right, finds his man, got room on that side. Here's Killenbeck, shakes a tackle and pushed out of bounds around the 9-yard line. First down HFL.
Nice play. That bubble's been there all night long except for the one time they ran it this way.
A 17-yard completion, good for a Cougars.
Great.
First and goal on the Blue Devil 8-yard line.
Great gain there by Killenbeck.
I think you'll see a little dose of Meacham here running right at him.
Cougars set up first and goal from the 8-yard line. Meacham just to Young's left. Young takes a snap. He's looking to take it himself. Going forward. Taken down by a host of tacklers.
Young on the keeper.
Tell you, we're starting to see, Bill, a little bit more energy from HFL and a little sluggish getting up by Batavia.
Danny Sava was in there on the tackle.
I know I said a little dose of Meacham, but why not do that play again? They're on their heels right now, and the line of scrimmage is getting pushed around here by HFL.
Young takes a snap. Here it comes again. Like Coach said, toward the goal line, trying to get in. He does. Touchdown, Cougars. My illustrious colleague here knows a thing or two about football. Coach, you called that. He took it again himself. Same place. He gets in. It's a closer game.
Yeah, the HFL this series has really been pushing Batavia around and creating a different line of scrimmage.
Young with the 3-yard TD. Keeps it, takes it himself. Now the Cougars lined up for the extra point to make this an 8-point game. Ball is up. Line drive kick does go through.
Xavier Carbonell's extra point is good. With 1:40 left in the third quarter, the score of the Batavia Blue Devils 22.
Great decision to just kick the extra point. Worry about the 2-point conversion when it matters. Right now, you don't want to take away from the positive flow right now. Just get the extra point and just go out there, kick off, play some D. That was a big drive, Bill.
That's a momentum. I don't know if shifter is the word there. HFL has come out this half with a lot of energy, a lot of spark. That weird touchdown notwithstanding from Batavia. I mean, this has been even keel so far in this second half. But we got what's shaken up here to be an awesome 13 and a half minutes for the rest of this game.
Yeah, and you know what? I think you're right. It is a momentum shift. It was like a roller coaster. HFL came out 3 and out, ready to punt. All of a sudden, snap over the head. You think the momentum's going to HFL. All of a sudden, next you know, now they give up a score. They give up a 2-point. And they were kind of on their heels a little bit, but they quickly changed the energy, as you said. So I'm sure you're going to get some type of high kick here. Just a question on which side it's going to.
Update from the AA game being played at Hilton. Aquinas is setting up for a try. This extra point will make that game 14-14. Third quarter. You can also find that game on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Try is good in the other game. 14-all in the AA final. Here in the Class B final, 22-14 Batavia. HFL kicks off after the touchdown we just saw from Young.
This could be dangerous. Oh, there's a gap. Nice tackle.
And taken down. That's the change of pace back. There it is. Cam McClintock on the return.
There's a gap right here, and it closed quickly. It was a great job by closing that gap by HFL and corralling, because he's dangerous in the open field.
Reinhardt now will bring his team out with a 1-score lead. Third quarter. This game's shaping up to be every bit the battle we expected it to be.
You know, I think you're going to see them go right back with a little CT action. You got the H-back up tight. Here comes the CT this way.
McClintock gets the handoff. Shrugs off the first tackle, then taken down after a short gain.
Tell you, HFL closes that gap quickly. It looked like it was there for a second. That was that play side counter, what I'd call a counter with the H-back pulling instead of the tackle. So you got the guard pulling, kicking out, tackle going, or the H-back going through.
McClintock, shifty, athletic. Very different look than when they had Anderson back there. Reinhardt moves under center with McClintock behind him.
Sweep.
Pitches to McClintock. trying to get around the right side. Pushes through and then driven backward after maybe a gain of a yard. Couple yards, actually.
That was a great job by HFL, unselfishly giving up their body to take out a couple blockers and to let the rest of their defensive players fill.
Colton Miller was in on that tackle. Gain of 4 does result in what will be 3rd and a long 4. Clock is running at 20 seconds. We will get one last play here in the 3rd quarter, I believe. Reinhardt takes the snap, fakes the handoff and turns left, fires, got a man, complete, shrugs off a tackle, and then driven down. That's Cole Graziaplane.
Great play, little play action, little roll out. He's going to sit on the edge. You put him in the bind because the outside linebackers have got to sit on the curl. The corner's got to play his flat in the cover too, but at the same time respect the quarterback rolling out.
That was good for 17 yards and a first down, and that will bring the 3rd quarter to a close. Here.
Championship game. Be sure to stick around.
Coach Marine, as our viewing audience is seeing here, the 4th annual fall high school players showcasing college coaches fair coming up. What can you tell us about it?
Yeah, they can go and register online right now at www.nyseliteathletics.com. It's for 22s, 23s, 24s, and some 25s will be there as well. It's a combination of a showcase as well as a college fair. So what does that mean? That means you're going to have 3 hours to be around college coaches, 2 hours on the field doing skills and drills. College coaches will be right on the field, evaluate them, and an hour to go around from table to table to meet college coaches. The past 3 years, we have probably put over 250, 350 young men into the college level, to the FBS, FCS, Division II, Division III, JUCO schools. It's been great for our kids, just trying to create a platform, Bill, for our New York State kids to get noticed and get on the radar. And Varsity Media has been a big supporter of that and live streaming it, which is awesome, and it allows every college coach in the country to see it. So excited about that. Again, you can register right online.
It's a great opportunity for local athletes. 1st and 10, 48-yard line. Give is inside, now back to Anderson. Anderson battling, shook a tackle, still shaking tackles, now dragged down close to the 40-yard line. Finally finishing up the tackle down there was Ryan Geary. What a run there by Anderson.
I tell you, Bill, the thing that sometimes you forget about is when you have a change of back, you have a couple different backs. You're worrying about defending them, but the piece that you gain from that is Anderson was able to be on the sidelines for that whole last series and rest. And while he's resting, HFL's defense is still out there being tired. So now you got a fresh set of legs coming in there, and he's not quitting. Great hard run.
Grazio playing out wide to the right side. He had the big reception to end the 3rd quarter. Reinhardt takes the snap, give inside to Anderson. Anderson through the middle, a little between the tackles run, gets about 5 yards, 4 perhaps.
Great lead back block by the H-back there. I think they're just going to keep grinding away until once in a while Reinhardt will pull it and boot it out or get that option look.
Bulling holding down that defensive line there for HFL.
The H-back there, foul him, he'll take it to the play.
Reinhardt gave us to his running back, Anderson. Anderson tripped up. If he got away from that trip, he might have had a few more yards there, but does get taken down a couple yards shy of the 1st down.
He is fast and explosive.
Deceptively so. When he gets into space, he really can move.
He really, really can, and he runs hard and powerful, as you saw a couple plays ago for his size.
3rd and 2. 4th quarter's just underway, a couple minutes in. Batavia holding an 8-point lead here. They're looking to extend that, hopefully keep this drive going. Reinhardt shotgun.
Reinhardt's going to keep
Anderson in motion. Reinhardt keeps it himself and barrels forward for a couple yards and a first down. Good block inside from his center, Garrett Schmidt.
They're going to take their time. They're going to try to use all 40 seconds every play clock.
I want to give a lot of credit to both offensive lines today. They've both really done well giving their quarterbacks time. Great job of blocking there to get Reinhardt a couple of yards. Reinhardt pitches to Anderson. Anderson to the left side. Pushes past one tackle, then does get taken down around the 25-yard line. Gain of 5 on that carry.
Just as HFL was changing the line of scrimmage on offense, now Batavia is, and you can see by the hands on the hips, by the defense, they're getting tired.
Bulling was in on the tackle. Like Coach mentioned, Batavia using every second they're allotted here. Avian Bethel to Reinhardt's right. Give is to Anderson. Anderson barreling forward, pushing the pile.
I think you're going to see a good dose of Anderson. He's a leader for you. He's only a junior. But he has, I hate to say it, but he has fumbled the ball a couple times this year. But I'm sure the Coach Briggs has told him, listen, get as much you can, try to get first down. If not, just go down.
Bethel with a good lead block there in front of Anderson. Those two backs in the backfield again with Reinhardt. 3rd and 3, 8 minutes to play. Give us to Anderson. Anderson, Matten dropped near the line of scrimmage.
That was a great fill.
Smith was there.
So too far to kick at this point. They haven't done a hard count yet. They may just line up, do a hard count, see if they jump, call a timeout, see what they show, and then come back out. If he goes under center, it's going to be quarterback sneak if they don't do a hard count. He'll walk around, act like he's not going to do anything, and then sneak up underneath. He's done that before.
Reinhardt will take a shotgun snap. Rolling a little bit to his right. Over the middle, does have his man, but incomplete.
Unbelievable. Well, that's why I'm in the booth and I'm not in this game because I didn't call that play. I would have never thought in the wildest dreams they would have been throwing it with the backs they have in the backfield and Reinhardt.
I think it was clear HFL didn't fully expect that either. Unfortunate that pass was incomplete for Batavia. Now with the turnover on downs, HFL looks to drive for the 8 points they need to tie this game.
Big stop, big stop. Now they got to respond.
Young will take the snap. Smith wide, close to us.
Is there jailbreak
Looks
screen?
Left, finds his man. Still fighting for it. Progress has stopped. Carson.
So they'll run that build, and they'll show it, and then the guy that usually blocks for him will actually go right down the sideline. So they may show that within the series again where they fake that route, and they're actually going to hit somebody vertical. It's that bunch formation they've done well with this year, or this tonight.
Seen that a few times tonight. Young looks right. He's got his man. Swing pass complete. And running out of bounds after a decent gain down here. That looks to be Killenbeck.
Nice blocking on the edge. Great job. Hats off to the HFL receiver coach talking to him how to stock block downfield.
First down after 9 yards here. HFL starting to move the ball. 1st and 10 from their own 33. Just under 7 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter of a 1-score game. Young has Meacham right to his right. Young gives to Meacham, who's met right in the backfield. What a tackle by Caden Marucci.
They blitz off the edge there, and he just slices right in. You're going to see him come up on this outside zone and make a shoestring tackle there. because they have the edge block there. He makes a great play there.
Caden Marucci was a first-team All-Star last year. He was the Defensive Player of the Week, Week 5. Scored a touchdown that week. What a play by the senior linebacker.
Yeah, he's made plays all over the field. Here's that double move.
Young pump fake, looking downfield, got a man, caught out of, gets it and heads out of bounds. What a pass, what a catch. First down, HFL completed to Aiden Gould.
Same big play they used earlier in the game. It was to the other side, going the other way earlier. Great ball. The only place he could put it was right there. He was the only one who was going to catch it.
Great eyes and great hands by his receiver down here, the senior Aiden Gould.
Gould with a big-time catch. That's tough, looking through the lights at night under here.
A lot of receiving weapons on this team. 4 or 5 receivers who can, quote, be the breakout guy, said Coach Russ this week. He's not lying. Young gives to Meacham. Meacham right side. Gets across the 25-yard line till he's tripped up. Tackled down there by Marucci.
It's interesting. They are attacking Reinhardt right now. As tough as Reinhardt is on offense, he's exhausted on defense right now.
That's a big gain for a first down. HFL now 1st and 10 from the 25. Young takes the snap. Handoff to Anderson. Meacham, correction. Wrong team, sorry. Meacham rolls for a couple yards at the end there, but he does get a gain of 7. This will bring up 2nd and 3.
It's amazing how this momentum, Bill, has been going back and forth. It looked like HFL was rolling the D-line of Batavia, and then D-line of HFL looks like they were getting rolled last year's by Batavia's offense, and now it's back to HFL's O-line rolling a little bit.
He was closer to 6 yards there. 2nd and 4 here for the Cougars. Young takes the snap, looking to throw. Over the middle, fires. Broken up over the middle of the field. What a defensive play down there by Aiden Anderson.
Great play because he had him. He's got a post route here. He gets underneath Anderson, and Anderson makes a play.
Another look at it right here. Young back. Fires over the middle. Got his man, but coming back to it. What a play. Great coverage down there by the junior Aiden Anderson.
Here comes that bunch. They may go with that big play they got earlier. Fake the bubble and throw the deep route.
Young looks right, finds Killenbeck. Killenbeck fights for maybe a yard. This is going to bring up an interesting 4th down call.
Definitely too long to run the ball for Meacham. I see them probably coming out with that bunch look, similar look, and maybe throw the deep ball, or that jailbreak look and throw it underneath. I'm surprised Nolan Smith hasn't been in the mix here.
Young sends his team to the line. 4th and 4 from the 20-yard line. Takes the snap. There was movement at the line. No call. Ball into the end zone. Broken up.
Flag.
There is a flag. There was movement at the line of scrimmage. We got Cougars pointing at Blue Devils. If this is against Batavia, this will be a first down.
Yep,
and we've got a pass interference call at the other end of the field. Well, that does what I just said. That'll be a first down for the Cougars.
So it should be 10 yards, I believe, here. Automatic first down. But I tell you what, again, another penalty. Batavia hurting themselves.
So that Batavia penalty.
Coach Briggs and his staff have got to be so frustrated with these penalties.
So that puts the ball at the 9-yard line. 1st and goal for HFL.
Outside zone probably in this look.
Young with 2 backs. Does give correction to Hall. Hall is met in the backfield, though, and taken down. Good tackle behind the line of scrimmage by Matthew McQuethy. The linebacker.
Great job. They scouted this out all week. They must have seen this formation and said, we're bringing our inside blitz because they've run out of this.
Quethy barreled in off that left side. 2nd and goal.
Nolan Smith over here, one-on-one with Reinhardt.
Young looking to throw, looking right. Fires toward the end zone. Caught! Not caught! Got ahead of myself there.
He almost caught it on the second one.
There was 2 tries there.
What a great route, little corner route.
He was there. Unfortunately, Killenbeck couldn't quite find the handle on it.
Great route, little clear under and corner route behind.
He's had a heck of a game to this point, Killenbeck.
He really has, Bill. 100% with you.
Young now, 3rd and goal from the 11. Moves Meacham to his right side. Looks like a hard count at the line and followed up with a timeout. Strategy the coach called a little while ago. We're going to take this opportunity to take a quick break. Folks, stay with us. This is an awesome football game, and you're watching it on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
We want to thank everyone for doing their part in these challenging times.
No matter where we work from, we're still here protecting you and your family's rights.
We want you to know that we will always be here for you and your family.
Using our technology so we can protect you and your family no matter where we are.
For your free consultation, call or text 262-COMP today.
Your workers' comp attorneys.
Score in that game, still 14s.
Welcome back to Pittsford. This is Ordway Field. This is the Class B sectional final in Section 5 football. We have got a tremendous football game brewing. Coach and I here during the break. That's really all we can talk about is how good a game we have and what we expect it to be. HFL down by 8. Batavia leads 22-14. Honeoye Falls Lima here. The Cougars driving, 3rd and goal from the 11. Coach, what are they going to dial up here?
You got to think of something that's got to go to Nolan Smith. I know they used him as a decoy that last time to go underneath, but right now Reinhardt's been having a heck of a game, but he's been tired. You might have him trying to go at Reinhardt a little bit here in the corner.
Young takes the snap, looking to throw. In the pocket, fires over the middles, got a man! Taken down at the 5-yard line. Gets a bunch. Carson. We're going to have 4th and goal from around the 5. Just inside, closer to the 4, it looks like.
So this is, they usually like down here is a trips formation where they all cross, and then the 3rd guy in will do a slide route outside. They're going to go 2-by-2 low here, so be interesting to see.
Crowd coming to life. This is a big play here. 4th and goal from the 4. Young takes the snap, looking, fires behind his man, no, incomplete. And that pass will turn the ball over on downs. Batavia will get the ball with 3 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Here's another look at it. Young.
Yeah, they're in man here, cover 0. They're taking away all slant. They're actually doubled up. Good job by Anderson coming out and jamming up the one receiver there.
He was looking for Ben Carson, couldn't find him. Now, Batavia gets the ball here. Cougars with 2 timeouts, 3 minutes. Batavia's got a long field to work with here.
Yeah, right now Batavia, all they're worrying about is 3:02, time on the clock. They want to do whatever they can to keep that ticking. They're going to need at least a couple first downs here, given the fact that, like you said, they have 2 timeouts left. So you're going to see a heavy dose of Anderson.
On cue, there's a handoff to Anderson to the left side. Dragged down after a short gain.
And they'll probably use him as a decoy and Reinhardt keep it once in a while, but I don't see much more than just those 2 touching the ball right now.
Bulling was in on that tackle. He's been around a lot of tackles today.
Bulling's had a great career. He's done a great job all the way around.
Bulling, a first-team All-Star last year as well on both sides of the ball. One of the things I want to call attention to is something talking with Coach Russ this week is he wanted to give a lot of credit to his offensive line. His offensive line gives up a little bit of size. They're not the biggest line in the world, but you've got a couple of guys, 2 or 3 or 4 of them actually, that have actually changed positions. Kirby is a converted quarterback. Carson is a converted running back. Bullying Kirby, Carson, me, and Gary. You've got a line there that has done some incredible work. There you see our 2021 Coach of the Year. He's very proud of that offensive line and all the work they put in. These are guys who have, again, changed positions, changed up their even just the way they play this game, but they're doing a really nice job. Anderson on the handoff does barrel ahead, close to the marker.
And to that point, Bill, that's hats off to Coach Russ and his staff and what they've built over there. The kids buying into, you know what, Coach, we're going to do whatever you think is going to help us win. It's not about me and what position I should be playing.
Diving across the 25-yard line does give Batavia a first down, or close to, I should say. The 25-yard line does give Batavia a first down. HFL is making changes here.
Yeah, they're going to go to the 50 right now, try to stuff them a little bit.
Englert and Kester still holding it down in the middle. Now here's a snap and a take by Reinhardt. Barrels ahead for another Batavia first down. Reinhardt kept that himself. Went ahead for about 12 yards. Batavia keeping that clock moving. Now they got a fresh set of downs. HFL's only got 1 timeout.
What a game it's been, though. They came right out 14-0. HFL could have folded. They kept battling back. And to think a long, bad snap over the head would have put them in a position to be ahead.
It's an unbelievable circumstance that play happened the way it did. Dragged down Anderson on the first down carry that he gets 11 yards and another first down. Flag does come in. I'm assuming this will be a face mask, maybe a horse collar. Just gave some credit to the Cougar offensive line. Want to give the Batavia offensive line their due as well. Hammer and Kleinbach and Seiverling, they've done a great job today. Schmidt and McQuethy, the whole line. Batavia running this clock down.
And I tell you, Batavia in the last 3 years, 20. You saw that graph at 20-5. Out of those 5 losses, 3 were to HFL.
This could be their 6th title in recent years. Right to the line. And Batavia takes a timeout. Not happy with the look there. Play clock was down near the end. We will take a quick break here. Stay with us here in the Class B final on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
It's time to get hyped with Varsity Media. We offer an array of video services sure to amp up your team. From staged preseason hype videos with custom lighting and smoke machines to sideline highlights of a big game. How can your team stand out from the crowd? Contact Varsity Media today and let us tailor something your squad will never forget. These are the best times of your life. Capture them in the most creative ways possible with the sports leader, Varsity Media.
Back, fourth quarter, 1:29 to play here. Batavia holds a 22-14 lead. I am Bill Smith from the booth. Coach Marine, my esteemed colleague, has headed down toward field level. He's going to help with some of the post-game down on the field. Batavia trying to run this clock out and clinch their 6th sectional title in recent years. Reinhardt takes a snap, gives to Anderson once again. He pushes ahead for about 3 yards. HFL does take their last time out here. You'll have a 2nd down and 7 or so with 1:24 to play. We're going to break one more time. Stay with us. You are watching the Section B final, Class B final on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
We want to thank everyone for doing their part in these challenging times.
No matter where we work from, we're still here protecting you and your family's rights.
We want you to know that we will always be here for you and your family.
Using our technology so we can protect you and your family no matter where we are.
For your free consultation, call or text 262-COMP today.
Your workers' comp attorneys.
Coming into Lattimore on a daily basis is the highlight of my day. You know, we'll have patients coming in. As soon as they hit the physical therapist, we introduce ourselves and, you know, we bring them back, and you see a whole bunch of patients who are in pain, laughing and smiling and having a great time. And almost for that 1 hour that they're with us in PT, they're forgetting about all their problems. When you're lost with pain, reducing your quality of life, and then somebody there says, I can help you, there's no better feeling than that.
Reinhardt under center. Give inside to Anderson. He's met by a bunch of tacklers right at the 45-yard line. He's brought down, but the clock is ticking away. Batavia leads 22-14. 2nd and 8 here. Clock is the enemy of the Honeoye Falls Lima Cougars right now. We are nearing the end here of our Class B in Section 5, if I may correct myself from the previous break. Title game here between Batavia and HFL. Reinhardt under center. Takes the snap, gives to Anderson one more time. Anderson met near the line of scrimmage, pushing. Gets a yard or so, and that will do it. Clock will wind down. The play clock will not help here for keeping this game going. And as the final few seconds will tick away, folks, we present to you the Class B football champions of 2021, the Batavia Blue Devils, avenging both an earlier season loss this season to the HFL Cougars and last year's sectional final. Cougars winning that one. Batavia wins here tonight after those two losses and takes home the title here of Class B champions in 2021. The play of the game here has got to be that just fantastically weird touchdown scored on the punt. Snap going over Reinhardt's head, but he completes it to Marucci for what will go in the record books as a 67-yard touchdown completion. But man, that was some silliness. The two-point conversion after it was a little weird too, but HFL was not done. They score a touchdown after that. Young barrels in, made it a one-score game, but here we have your final score. Batavia 22, Honeoye Falls Lima 14. Once again, the Batavia Blue Devils are your champions in Class B. They will travel to Western New York, farther into Western New York, I suppose, to Williamsville South High School next year to play Western New York Maritime, your B champions from Section 6. Congratulations to Batavia. Congratulations to HFL on a dynamite season.
Let's go. We do ask both football teams. Once you finish your handshake.
Congrats to all of the seniors on both of these teams for outstanding careers, especially HFL. They're heading out, should head out with their heads high. We are going to throw things down now to the field for the championship and awards presentation for Coach Dave Marine, for all the crew here. Kyle pushing the buttons, Joe and Steve running the cameras. I am Bill Smith. Thank you, everybody, for watching through tonight. Stay with us here on Varsity Media Sports Network for the awards presentation. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful night.
basketball fans, you have just seen the 2021 Section 5 Class B championship game between Honey Falls Lyman and Batavia. Let's hear it for two outstanding football teams and the great seasons that they've had. At this time, please direct your attention to midfield for our post-game awards. Tonight's awards being presented by Section 5 representatives Mike McGavis, Dave Marine, and Scott Herto. And now it's time for our individual player awards. These awards are sponsored by Connors & Ferris LLP, Lattimore Physical Therapy, Penfield Trophies, and Riddell All-American. Our first individual award is for the most outstanding lineman of the game. Our most outstanding lineman from the Honeywell Falls Lima Cougars, number 58, Mitchell Bulling. Our next individual award is for the most outstanding defensive player of the game. Tonight's Class B most outstanding defensive player of the game from the Batavia Blue Devils, number 13, Caden Marucci. Our next individual awards for the most outstanding offensive player of tonight's game. Our Class B most outstanding offensive player from the Batavia Blue Devils, number 44, Aiden Anderson. Our final individual award of the evening is the Most Valuable Player Award. The Class B 2021 Championship Game Most Valuable Player from the Batavia Blue Devils, number 2, Jesse Reinhardt. Now at this time, we'd like to have the coaches and captains of the Honeywell Falls Lima Cougars to please come forward and accept the 2021 Class B Championship finalist plaque. And congratulations to HFL on a great 2021 season. And now we'd like to have the coaches and captains of the 2021 Section 5 Class B football champion Batavia Blue Devils to come forward and accept the championship trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Section 5 Football Committee thanks you for your support. We express our sincere appreciation to the many businesses and industries. Congratulations to the Honeywell Falls Lima Cougars.
And for one last time from Ordway Field in Pittsford, New York, your Batavia Blue Devils defeat the Honeywell Falls Lima Cougars 22-14. They are the Class B champions here in Section 5 football. They will travel to Williamsville South High School to play Western New York Maritime next Saturday. And that is your Class B champions from Section 6. This was an outstanding football game. I want to give a lot of credit to both teams, both coaching staffs, both set of kids, everyone involved in both of these programs. These have been the class of Class B, if I may sound a little redundant there, for the last couple of seasons. Two dynamite programs that I know are going to come back strong next year, especially HFL, who's going to end on this note, but has a lot of successes. They graduated 20 seniors from last year's team, but here they are finishing a 9-1 season. They got a lot to be proud of. Batavia will move on. Once again, your final 22-14, Batavia wins it. I am Bill Smith for Coach Marine. For all the guys pushing buttons and running cameras, thank you for watching tonight on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Good night.